Hello, everybody. This is the Pocket Passer. I'm your host, Randy White. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. I know I am because we're talking about football, and more specifically, we are talking about the firing of head coach Jerod Mayo for the New England Patriots and the likely hiring of Mike Vrabel to take his place. The firing of Jerod Mayo was not a surprise, but it definitely is kind of atypical of something in this situation where you knew the team was going to be bad, you knew they were going to perform poorly, that you knew they were going to have a bad record, and yet still you fire the head coach that was picked by Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick just a year ago to replace Bill Belichick. You send him packing out the door after just one disappointing, albeit, but one season. And the conversation becomes, well, why would this happen? It's obvious that Mike Vrabel is a candidate available to be hired as the coach, and he is the favorite for pretty much every single job, I would imagine, in the NFL that's open. I would imagine the Bears would want him badly. The Raiders should want him badly. The Jets should want him badly. There were at least reports of him expressing interest in the New York Jets. Now, many people I've seen believe that was a smokescreen to kind of force the hand of the New England Patriots to say, hey, we don't want to coach against this guy in our own division, so let's get Jerod Mayo out of here, because we do know that Mike Vrabel at least has a higher upside than Jerod Mayo as a coach in terms of proven success. Obviously, Jerod Mayo has 1 year under his belt, and he went 4-13. It's not really his fault they went 4-13. The roster stunk, but we know Mike Vrabel can go to an AFC championship, make 3 straight playoff appearances, have a team go 11-5 and then 12-5 in back-to-back years, go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in a game they blew a 10-point lead twice in the AFC championship game, the one AFC championship game he went to. Mike Vrabel is 2-3 in the playoffs in his 3 playoff appearances, and he has a 54-45 career record. So Vrabel is a proven coach. His record isn't astoundingly good. He also coached the Tennessee Titans, a roster and an organization that was never that good. He had Ryan Tannehill, and they went to 3 straight playoff appearances with him, albeit on the back of Derrick Henry. But still, when Ryan Tannehill is the captain of the passing threat and you're still able to run a viable offense, that says a lot about the kind of culture you've implemented, the attitude that your players approach the game with, the way they attack every single week to be prepared to play at a high level. And then obviously having A.J. Brown was huge for them. And when they traded A.J. Brown away, their offense got much worse. Huge shocker there. So as far as, is this the right decision by New England? Is it fair? Well, it's certainly not fair to Jerod Mayo, right? Jerod Mayo had 1 year, one opportunity to turn something around. There was no possible way he could have ever even dreamed of turning it around in 1 year. This roster was clearly going downhill, and they're going to get worse before they got any better. That was a given. But the problem is that Mike Vrabel was available. It's that simple. In any other coaching cycle, with any other set of coaches available, Jerod Mayo would likely still be the coach of the New England Patriots today. But when you have a former Patriot, just like Jerod Mayo was, in Mike Vrabel, who is proven successful, you know he's a culture builder, you know he's a hard ass, he's perfect for what New England is, he's perfect for kind of reinstilling that Belichick culture, but in a way that might be able to reignite and reinvigorate everything that is New England Patriots football. Talking about someone who was with New England when New England wasn't very good and came up with the success, came up with the rise to power, so to speak, that New England had. And when you compare that to Jerod Mayo, it's just not the same situation, and you just can't compare those two coaching candidates. Again, if everyone else in this coaching cycle was here except Mike Vrabel, Jerod Mayo would still be a New England Patriot. I can almost promise you that. But with Mike Vrabel available, with Mike Vrabel putting pressure on the Patriots by at least making it seem as though he was interested in the Jets' job, they forced the hand of Robert Kraft, who cannot afford to see Mike Vrabel go coach for the New York Jets, who cannot afford to have Mike Vrabel available in a coaching cycle and say, no, we got to ride it out with Jerod Mayo. Jerod Mayo could be great, and hopefully he gets another coaching opportunity. It sucks that it happened this way for him. Hopefully he gets another opportunity, and hopefully he succeeds in that opportunity. But there's absolutely no guarantee that that's going to be the case, and when you weigh your options between Mayo and Vrabel, it's really pretty easy. I would have done the same thing Robert Kraft did, presented those two options. I am taking Mike Vrabel, who in my opinion is probably a top 5 coach in the NFL, top 10 at minimum. I am without a doubt doing that because if you get the right roster over there in New England, I think Vrabel can lead you to a Super Bowl. And I don't think there's much of a debate about that. He is a terrific coach. And the last 2 years of his tenure in Tennessee, where he went 7-10 and 6-11, and then got fired, to me, is not exemplary of the quality that he is capable of bringing onto the record numbers and onto the screen, onto the field or visual. We're going to see higher quality football in New England because Mike Vrabel is the coach. I'm confident in that. I think everyone in Foxborough is confident of that. I think everyone in that New England Patriots organization is absolutely abundantly confident in that. So Vrabel hasn't been hired yet. Obviously, the Rooney Rule is a thing, so New England is going to have to interview a coach that is a minority. I can promise you that coach will not get hired by New England. Vrabel is going to be the coach, and there's nothing to be said about race or anything there. It is simply a question of merit, and nobody in this cycle has more merit than Mike Vrabel, and he's going to be the next Patriots coach. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below what you think New England should have done. Should Jerod Mayo still be the coach, or does firing him, assuming that Vrabel is going to get hired, make complete sense? I want to hear your guys' voices on this. Smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications to be notified when more of my videos drop, and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace.